So the final thing I do is the backgrounds. I empty the colors on my characters. I lower the opacity on my uh, lines, and then I start to sketch up the background. I don't do much details in the backgrounds. I just do a sketchy kind of style when I do my backgrounds, since they are gonna be in the background and have a very low visibility. So I feel that I don't have to spend a lot of time on the actual backgrounds. So I'm trying to sketch up the castle walls and such here, according to what I have drawn with the characters. I usually make the characters' drawings decide how the background is gonna be played out in the strip. Uh, as you can see here, I'm cleaning up a potential castle wall here. I'm not doing anything over the top here, just trying to get it right and looking right. And I haven't done a castle wall in this kind of way before. I usually just do a very simple drawing and try to fix it later on, but this is actually just sketching up a simple fast version of the all. um, the thing to think about when you do backgrounds is that it doesn't matter really how good it looks or if it's anatomically correct or anything like that. Just make it feel right with the line art you have done with the characters, and you will be fine. No one will actually kind of notice anything wrong or something like that, because it just blends in with everything else. So here I am now done with the initial that. I'm doing a little bit of scratches and stuff here because it's supposed to be a brick castle. So I'm just doing some bricks over here and trying to sketch that in so you get that castle feel. And as you can see, I'm still sketching, not doing anything, really detailed drawings over here. I'm just trying to get a feel, because most of this will not be visible in the final comic, but it's good to get a feeling for it. Um, just trying to explore, test, sketch, and learn, practice, practice, practice. Now we're done. We take a pretty brown grayish color for the brick, and just click it. Do a darker one where shadow should be. Try to get a little variation on the colors so it doesn't get too flat. And just fix it up here a little bit. Color where it should be color, and just tidy up the edges and stuff where white is showing up. I'm doing the darker one there. Yeah, there we go. Um, so just try to get a feel for it. I did a shadows layer here. You don't have to do that actually, but I did it anyway just to get a little bit of depth into the background. As you can see, I'm not doing a very detailed shadow, just to get some life into the background drawing, so you can feel that it's a little bit dirty, a little bit sketched and stuff like that. But as you can see, not much details, not much on anything. Uh, and like the others, I'm gonna do the gradient coloring because it's still night, so we have to get that night feeling by shading and gradient blue. And there I'm done. I take it to normal and lower the opacity to about 23, 25, 20, something there. And then I'm working on the night sky, which I usually tend to make blue, maybe lower the intensity of the blue so it becomes a little bit blue grayish, gradient, but always use a gradient to blue to black, so you get that gradient all over the sky. Put some stars in there, maybe a little bit too many stars perhaps. Looks like it's snowing almost, but yeah. Then I copy the layer because I'm lazy. It's easier to just copy it and work it over again. Take this one again and just put some extra stars into it. Yeah, and then you have a night sky. And I blur the shit out of it so it doesn't become too stale. And here you have a small functioning way. I'm gonna do the moon now because I think you have to see the light source so you kind of understand why I have lighted as I have. So I take a very simple picture from Google of a moon, use linear dodge, and then I use a copy of that layer, use Gaussian blur, and I put on lighter and just find the layer and just try stuff out till you get what you like. I use this one, and I tried here to make the background a little bit lighter and stuff like that in hue and saturation, but it didn't work, so I used opacity instead and just lowered it, removed some of the stars, and it blended better. When you do it in daylight, you can use lightness in hue and saturation. You can just crank that up and you get that it blends easier. Do a little bit shading on the sky here. I didn't put in this video texture. I always put a texture on top of my backgrounds and blend it in. But yeah, this is how I do my simple backgrounds in comics. Peace out.